Welcome to the Social Regressive. For a while now, we have been testing and reviewing this Savage Model 10 GRS and 6.5 Creedmoor, and now's the time to take a good close look at that GRS part of the name and figure out what makes this stock so special. GRS makes a handful of stocks that are really all based on one theme, and they're made out of different materials. There's some really pretty laminate ones, and then there's this, the GRS Berzerk, which is the one that comes on the Savage Model 10 GRS. And what this is a fiberglass reinforced polymer, and supposedly that ratio is 65% fiberglass to 35% polymer. And it's the shape that you're going to find on the laminates as well. And they're all going to include very similar hardware, like the push-button adjustable cheek piece and the push-button adjustable buttstock right there. And they're all going to have this grip. This is a cast-off and canted grip that it seems a little funky at first, but it's going to put your finger exactly where you want it, right flush on that trigger. So here's what I mean by cast-off and canted. This is the center line of the stock, and you can see that the grip is sitting off here on the side, and it's off at an angle as well. And what this means is that all of the muscles in your arm and your hand are going to be relieved of tension in a big way when they're gripping this versus your traditional ambi stock. There's no need to be torquing your wrist around and trying to find a comfortable way to grab this thing. This is utterly intuitive, very comfortable, and like I say, it puts your finger right on the trigger. Looking in the barrel channel, you can see that after shaping, they did some milling to remove some of the excess weight up front. And this is something that makes this rifle have a more excellent balance than you would expect. I tried some offhand shots with this, and it actually did work. It's not one that you want to shoot offhand a whole lot, at least not in the configuration that I had with a heavy varmint barrel, but if you had to, it's really not that bad. The stock is molded with this pebbled texture, and you can see that the roughness increases as you get into the grip area right here and the forearm right here. And this right here is actually a rubber panel on the forearm and a rubber panel right here on the grip. Another feature of the grip's shape is that you can choose how to hold this. There are lots of folks that like to ride their thumb along the side of the rifle, and you get this little divot right here that can work pretty well with that. You can just fit your thumb right in there. Or like I like to shoot, I like to wrap my thumb around, and there's a really neat little channel right here that you can drop this into. At the front and the rear, we have these steel pillars. You can see that these are not flat. These are what make contact with the action, and you can see that these are sort of dished to fit the shape of that Savage action. You can also see the exact contact points. We have 1, 2, and then this big long one on the other side. That's what's actually touching the metal of the action. Back here, we have a similar arrangement. A little bit harder to see, but you can kind of see the points where it actually makes contact with the action. On the off side, the stock also includes these quick detach swivels. And you can see that you can pop this in if you have one of your Magpul type of slings. It's just going to be that standard quick detach. All you have to do is just push in that center button. There's one at the forearm and then one here on the buttstock. And as you might expect, you get a swivel stud right at the end of the forearm. If you already own a Savage Model 10 GRS, then congratulations, you have a rifle that is not just squared away as far as accuracy and all that goes, but it's something that's just a hoot to shoot. I've been really enjoying shooting with this thing. The bedding to the action seems to be working just great. It's an accurate rifle, and of course the comfort is just off the charts. This grip is just wonderful, and you're going to be able to adjust these various pieces to be able to fit not just you, but other members of your family or friends that you want to shoot this. As long as they're right-handed, it's going to work. And there are some other products out there that some of the manufacturers that they're dropping this stock in. You can buy them from the factory. I think Tikka has one, and maybe Hoa has one. I'm not sure about that. Check around, and it might be expanding over time as these stocks start to gain more popularity. If you have a rifle that you would like to take to the next level and make it not just accurate and perhaps good looking or whatever, but you want it to be something that you can make adjustable and that is going to be much more comfortable than any of the ambi stocks out there. This is a great step up, and there are all kinds of options available from GRS in Norway. Go to their website. I think it's GRS Rifle Stocks. I'll put the link somewhere down here. But yeah, go to grsriflestocks.com. Check out their list of inlets that they can do. They can do not just these, Savages. They can do Tikas, Hoas, Sacos, Remingtons, Mousers, Sours, all kinds of stuff. Even if you have a Ruger 1022, they have an inlet for that. So go take a look at their full list, and they have something for you. And if you want, you can choose not just the Berzerk model, which is this fiberglass filled polymer, but they have all kinds of really pretty laminate options as well, like I mentioned, and you can get into some different shapes. You can pick exactly the stock that's going to work for you, and not just work, but it's going to be very comfortable and just a fun experience.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Even if you didn't like this particular content, go ahead and subscribe. There's probably something coming that's more up your alley. Check out this playlist right here. This is going to have videos in a similar vein to what you just watched. These two videos we cherry-picked for you. And finally, the Social Regressive is on Patreon. So you can become a patron of the Destructive Arts and earn some goodies while helping us to provide high-quality videos just by kicking us a few bucks a month. Thanks so much for your patronage.